morning. It is June 20th. June 20th. So I just finished meditating. I did it twice. The first time, I saw light. It was a different light. I hadn't seen this light before. Well, it reminded me of the light that flashed, the white light, that one night at camp. No, it reminded me of, I don't know if I shared this story because I don't remember all the other, I haven't posted all the videos. I made the intention. I spoke the intention about a month ago, probably a little more, that I was going to walk towards or move towards this new fire sign. And when I did that, I got flashes of light that night when I went to bed. Because I was crying, I was emotional, I was being triggered. And knowing that I had to push through the discomfort, right? Sit with it. And trying to figure out why. Why this was happening. Why I was being triggered by this person. And so I spoke it out into existence. That, okay, universe, I'm going to walk towards this person slowly. Figure out what purpose this person serves in my life. And I'm crying as I'm saying this. I go to bed and I get into that relaxed meditative state and I see flashes of light. And it felt like it was just validation that that's what I needed to do in that moment. So one of those lights was a white light. And I'd never seen that before. So today's meditative experience, there was this brighter light. There was still like a tint of purple, but usually with the purple there's this dark shadowing. There's a dark shadow with the purple, so it just looks like a dark shadow with a purple tint. And then every once in a while, the purple will get really bright. Well, this wasn't the purple getting bright. It was like a white shadow almost. Like a white shadow, white light. And it was coming from the right side. So like the future, it was coming from the right side and it was radiating that way. It was radiating from the right to the left. And it did that for a while. And I just remember thinking, wow, that's so bright. Like, it was almost like bright where I was just like, I hope it doesn't get brighter because like it's going to be really bright for me to see. Mind you, my eyes were closed. And I meditated in the dark with one little candle on the side. So it was a brighter, it was just like a white light, a white shadow light over the purple. So it just brightened things up. That's what it felt like. Like it just brightened things up. So it wasn't the same white light that I saw that one night, but that's what it reminded me of, like that, the brightness of it. So that was new, because I haven't experienced that, because it's different than the gold that I would see, the gold over the circle, and the purple. That was different. That was like a bright gold light, bright light, like a gold. This was like white, like it had this white shadow, like, because it wasn't all white like a whiteboard. It was like this just shadow. It's just it's so abstract. I was asked again last night, like, why don't I paint my waves? I'm like, I can't paint them. Like, it's so abstract, and there's movement. I try, and I mentioned it before, I tried drawing it once, and it doesn't, I can't capture it, because I'm more like concrete in my drawings. Like, it's realistic. I draw bodies. I draw horses. I can draw still life, but abstract, I just can't do abstract stuff. And we were talking about art, as I invited him over, and he saw the stuff that I have and was asking questions. And then that's when he asked me, she's like, what, have you tried drawing your visions, your ways? I was like, no. I mean, I tried drawing it, but painting is something else, and it's moving, so I can't really I don't know how to do that. So yeah, so anyways, it was the right side. Yeah, and it was just coming from the corner and the side, really. And then I got interrupted because my alarm went on. So I took a little break, and then I went back to meditating, and then I saw it again, and I saw the other colors too, like the purple and the shadow, but this time there was more intensity. Gosh, I hope I don't forget, because I had to wait. The camera was like dying. I had to charge it, and I had to take because I haven't been posting, so I ran out of space, because I'm just recording without posting, without making space. And so anyways, there was a little gap between when I actually meditate and now that I'm recording. But there was still that sensation of like, yeah, it started up again, the brightness, the white shadow from the right side, and it was like kind of like moving this way, from the future, kind of coming back almost. But then the dark purple, so this was the light, the white purple shadow, and then the dark purple shadow was like in response to it, coming from the corner too, and not meeting. Did it meet? I don't remember. I remember thinking like, it's the dark side. The dark side. No, it was the dark purple coming like in response. I was like, is it responding to it? And then this kept moving in, and then this kept moving in. And I honestly don't remember I don't think they did collide. I don't remember that. I just remember it was like, no, it was like this, and then this one responded, and I remember thinking, oh, it's the opposites. It was the opposites. And then I remember seeing the movement, the circle, like the cycle. from the right, bottom right to the top, like going like that. For me, it's starting right, left, and then going to the right. So it's just going like this. So for you guys, it would be like this. So I don't know if it still applies to this new cycle starting. Coincidentally, this morning, and by morning I'm talking about like midnight, I posted the video of chapter 19, episode 9, remembering to follow through. It was actually a longer title, but I had to shorten it. The initial title was remembering to follow through with my spiritual learning, because that was the video where I talk about how I had kept saying that I was going to watch the spiritual, the psychic gifts that MJ, the videos that MJ posted back in April, and I never got around to it until that video. So in that video, I was like, oh, like, because I was posting on it, like, that I had talked about it, and I still hadn't done it. So the great thing about these videos is that it helps me stay accountable. So when something pops up, I'm like, oh, that's right, I need to do that. So I make the time that day. So I guess it kind of coordinates in that respect without wanting it to, but it helps me to stay accountable. So that video, I'm talking about watching all those videos and do like kind of rereading my birth chart, so to speak, with the planets and the alignment, and realizing that I have the potential to develop psychic abilities, psychic gifts, and just realizing that I am death and transformation. That's really what I realized in that video, that diary entry or whatever, that because I have Pluto in my first house, my ascendant sign, you know, where usually your ascendant sign is, it's just in Libra, which is in Libra, and Pluto's there, right? I am death and transformation through Pluto being in my first house, and death and transformation in making sure I stay balanced. Among other signs on my chart that, you know, indicate a strong probability of me having psychic abilities. So I don't know if that coordinates as to why I shot the light today. I wonder. But yeah. So that happened. This morning. Sunday. I'm still gonna go back and meditate in a little bit. I'm gonna so follow through. It's funny because I titled it follow through, and I've been trying to follow through with like stuff that has been on my list. Like I had taken family pictures of a friend of mine and her family, and I hadn't gotten those pictures to her. I took those pictures back in January, and it's June. Today actually it was June, January 20th. 6 months. It took me 6 months to get these pictures to her, and I sent them yesterday because I spent like the first half of the day going through them and, you know, deleting the ones that were like come out funky, and did my best to just narrow them down. Excuse me. So she was like, no, I know you're busy, and you know, just a good friend, and so yeah, so I'm like, okay, follow through with that. I still need to book my mom's flights for her trip. I need to finish up, you know, doing some stuff for Hannah and preparing for this week, because we're going to San Francisco, and just there's something else, another follow through. Oh, I need to finish someone's birth chart. That was another thing on my list today. Someone's been waiting for their birth chart. Follow through with this, you know, try and figure this out before I go, especially before I go to San Francisco, because I'm meeting up with someone this fire sign to see if maybe he can help me with this stuff. But I want to try to figure it out by myself first. And there's something else that I follow through with. Oh, cleaning my space. It's so busy. I frankly over here today. I'm like, excuse the mess. I feel like a college kid. Anyways, a lot of follow through stuff. That's it for now. So that was a really cool meditative experience because it was definitely different than what I expected. Alright, guys, have a good one. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.